right here. Oh. So see, we'll see how tomorrow is. I did full body today, like we talked about.
Yeah.
And tomorrow when I go to full body, I'll see how thrilled I am with that.
Good. That's the way.
Everybody's saying they want, you know, guys, oh man, we need a man, you know, we don't play football. I'm like, bro, you know, whatever God gave me, I'm grateful. That's it. Right? All I'm grateful is good health.
I read 3:16. Osho first in the morning. Man has tremendous glory hidden in him. Man has a splendor, but an imprisoned splendor. That splendor has to be released. It is just as a seed keeps thousands of flowers hidden inside it, imprisoned it. The gardener is needed to help the seed. The soil is needed. The seed also needs a little courage to drop its defense. The hard shell that surrounds it and protects it, then immediately life starts growing out of it. Millions of leaves will come, millions of flowers, and millions of seeds too. And in fact, a single seed has so much splendor hidden in it, it can make the whole earth green. So is the case with man. A man is a seed with thousands of flowers waiting. Meditation is the method to release them, and the art is the same as that of the gardener. You are the seed and you have to be the gardener too. You are the seed and you have to be the soil too. You have to drop that hard crust around you, the ego, and immediately miracles become possible. One cannot believe it unless one comes to know what is hidden inside. Page 17, Buddha, Christ, Zarathustra, Lao Tzu, all these people have come to know only one thing, the simple art of going to the very center and seeing the world from there, where the perspective is totally different. Your whole world becomes different. It is no longer the same world. In one sense, everything remains the same, and in another sense, nothing is the same. It becomes such a beautiful experience, such an ecstasy that words are not adequate to express it. Even poetry falls short. Even music falls short. Even dancing cannot become a real indication of it. There's no way to make a gesture of it. Each one has to know it. The only way to know it is to know it. Bliss is not something that can be added to you. It is not an achievement. It is already inside you. You have brought it with your very life. It is intrinsic to your being. It needs unfolding. It is like a bud, just a little effort and it can become a flower. In the morning when the sun rises, buds start becoming flowers. The same happens with meditation in the inner world, in the inner garden of the soul. As your awareness rises, awareness gives it a warmth. One can almost feel it when it starts awakening in you. You can see energy moving within you, moving upward against gravitation. The higher it comes, the more you can feel it. And as your inner world becomes warm and full of light, many buds start to become flowers. Suddenly, there is a spring. Bliss is the first flower to open, and then many other things follow, as if bliss opens the door of the temple. The first is bliss, and the last is the experience of godliness. And between the two, there will be many, many flowers. (319) One can be rich by possessing many things. That richness is swaggle. It is just befooling yourself. You come empty-handed into the world, and you will have to go empty-handed. All your possessions will have to be left behind. So you can waste your life in accumulating them, but you are not really gaining anything. On the contrary, you are wasting a tremendous opportunity to be rich. The real richness is something inner. It has nothing to do with things. And remember, I am not against things. Enjoy things. They have their utility. I'm not anti-world, not anti-life, not anti-enjoyment. Enjoy life in all its beauty. But remember, that's not all. That is only a very peripheral world. Your real treasure is within you.
I like that one. It says I can ball out, will be spiritually in tune.
He's got his Jordans by the door. New car.
Like all this stuff doesn't mean anything.
About to get his new home.
Don't forget the car with the window. New car.
With the lights, you know.
I mean, it's faster, more fuel.
It's 4-cylinder though, right?
Yes, what's
The
up?
same thing, right? The same thing what you had, right?
Same, yeah, same model.
It's
but
faster than the
weird.
6-cylinder? Really?
Yeah, it's
Is
faster.
it really?
It's faster than the car I had.
What model do you have before?
I had a 3-cylinder. It had a straight 6 engine in it. This one has a 4-cylinder in it.
And it's
And no
faster.
turbo.
It's turbo.
Zero to 60 faster?
Yeah.
Well, it's a turbo for it.
Oh
That's
yeah?
right. That's what he said.
That's why?
So you're saying the mirror make it faster?
You're more aerodynamic.
Once he comes out of 30,
Whenever Shen pulls up to a stoplight, he looks in his mirror. It's like, let's go.
You don't necessarily have
I
to.
look up to the truck. Wait a minute, I gotta put my mirror in. Oh, God.
You don't necessarily have to rev your engine in order to hit the 60 degree.
You said what?
You don't necessarily have to rev your engine at a stoplight in order to make it do the
According to
60.
bang, all I gotta do is make sure my
Yeah, it's up there.
mirror is fucked up. If I want to slow down, just call the trunk.
if you rest the engine and the mirror moves,
Don't let me try.
Oh, maybe end up taking the car back.
It made me feel so bad.
Oh, what's wrong with it? They said so wrong for me.
I need you to get a different car or something.
It is a different car.
Oh, man.
So give me back the one I had.
they just sold him for 20,000.
Yeah, well, you all right, Liz? Oh, man. Jesus. Don't take it back. Keep it.
I'm not thinking about what y'all talking about. I like my mirror.
The closest outcome to the cars you want to talk about are Hot Wheels. They can't really talk.
How many more miles per gallon you think you do?
That I don't know. Last time I was averaging about maybe like 20
20?
the way I drive. This one like probably like 23, maybe 24.
Do you use city or highway?
City mainly. I don't really drive too far though. Mainly to and from work or to and from here. And I only live like maybe a mile and a half from here, so that's not really driving all that much.
No, I mean, that's impressive. You're getting 23 in city driving. I mean, that's...
Was got this quote unquote Echo Pro, right? The technology. Eco, right.
So tell me, do you lean? Or are you one of those that sit close to the steering wheel?
Lean?
Do
No,
you lean?
well, it depends. It depends on my mood. I really do both. But
Oh, close to the steering wheel and lean.
yeah.
Is there a turbo button or no? Oh, this, yeah, that's what I mean.
It's a turbo.
Hyper speed. Yo!
That's a main car. You got the turbo button.
Oh.
You see it do the Back to the Future thing and start peeling out.
Yeah, you throwing some of that nitrogen oxide, right?
Nice. I got good old petrol.
All right.
On the road the other day, I saw one of those Camaro SS new ones.
Mhm.
They look nice. Did you see that?
XS
before?
one. They have
That's the one that
It's
did.
like-
Z01, 2. Supposed to have like what 600 or something horses.
They had like some. It was like this SS.
Right.
It
Well, they
was-
have the Z01 is even faster than that one.
Oh really?
Yeah. The Z01 is like 600 or some Camaro. They were trying to bring it up to compete with the Hellcat, but still the Hellcat still had more horsepower in it and still got a new one, the Demon out, so that changed everything.
I mean, stock the Hellcat is beating everything in a straight line.
Yeah. No, they got the Demon. Demon got 840 horsepower.
Right, it's beating everything in a straight line, but if you,
Yeah.
now if you tune stuff up, like if you tune like the Nissan GTR, then you're gonna have some problems.
Yeah, GTR, yeah, but still, Nissan GTR is still not as fast as horsepower.
Well, if you tune it up, it'll be faster. But I'm not into that. That ruins warranties and you know.
Yeah, that's why you want something for the see the car is fast, dude.
No, dude, I've been.
They haven't had, that's not even the sport model to it. There's a sport one to that car. I seen it, that stuff that was, man, it was bad, boy.
Yeah, but I didn't know how to function it before.
Mm-hmm.
There's a button, like a racing button,
Yeah?
that I just found out about. It like increases the horsepower. It seems like 100 or something.
Nice.
So when you guys are riding in it, it wasn't at its full potential. It was probably only like 300 horsepower when you guys were riding.
See?
You press the button.
They give it full potential.
Yeah, once you press the button and you put on sport, it goes full.
Yeah, full
Press the
potential.
button, you all of a sudden see the
Yeah,
car
because
siren.
there's got like what, there's got like four something, right?
Shoots out
Four-
somewhere.
Yeah, when you hit that button, it's at full potential.
Yeah.
Turns into
Yeah, like, I didn't know
funny
about
cars and whatnot.
And then some people would like try to race me before,
Uh-huh.
and then I was like, man, that doesn't make sense, man, because I should go faster than that, you know?
Right.
Full size sedan trying to move that fast.
Now it's like, when I'm used to driving it in the sport mode or the race mode, I don't even want to drive in the other way anymore.
Yeah.
Because it goes so, it feels like it goes slow.
Yeah, it goes slow because it's like when you like take your car to the shop or to the park and get a ballet, or you set it in that setting for people don't go. They know it's a fact. People don't know they're going to try to mess with your car.
Yeah.
They're going to try to
Chill out in the parking lot,
because they
messing
know
with
the
tires.
fact. That's why you put it in that setting so they don't make going around doing no burnouts and
Right.
all that stuff.
It makes such a difference.
Yeah.
But it also might be like the eco mode, right, where you get
Oh,
better
yeah.
gas mileage.
Yeah.
you
Because a lot of them, when you press a button, the software will like shut off 2 cylinders.
Oh, yeah,
You know, so that instead of like, because you probably have a 6 in there,
yeah. 8.
it's an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it could easily shut off 2.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Right,
Yeah.
and so and then you just get much better gas mileage. So it might be like the eco mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that probably is.
I usually does that with my Audi. I put it like in eco mode. They want them running late. I put it in sport mode. Yeah,
So
man.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, really easy, like
You see flames?
a little 220 horsepower. I put it to work.
Yeah, see C4 and Bang playing in the series Street Outlaws.
I said it's police mode. I see the thing.
Yeah, because I seen them. Because when I took my car shop to get it clean, there was a Ferrari in there. I know damn well people that get in the car and watching them moving it up. They going, you know, it's a Ferrari. Oh, let me hit the gas and see what it sounds.
You don't want to play with nobody for
That's what I was saying. Many people will do that. You know, that's why you put it in those settings for they don't trying to do nothing stupid with
Don't
your
they
car.
have that key though? When you have like a black key and a red key for like the demon?
Yeah, that's what they help at. Yeah.
Well, the demon too, I would imagine.
Yeah.
You get the black key to somebody you don't want, you know, acting fool in your
Right.
pocket. You keep the red key in your pocket.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it pretty much limits what they can do.
Yeah,
in the
there's
car.
2 keys and they help you out. You got a black key and a red key. The black key gives you up to 500 horsepower, and still you can set it for 300 horsepower. And I just consider to them that's valet mode or economy mode, but still 300 horsepower.
Right.
You know, the red key is open up the full potential of the car. As soon as you use it, 770 horsepower.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, but it is arranged. It say on paper 707, but in reality got 750 horsepower.
Really?
Yeah, it's beating anything in a straight line. Stop.
Yeah.
But
So do nothing.
But
Stop.
if you got something that's tuned up against
Yeah.
it,
I bet even on the Hellcat, there's probably more in there.
you can open up a Hellcat and make
Yeah,
it.
of course.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You can open it up and have to like
That's what I mean.
2,000 horsepower. So open it up, people that do work on it,
Uh-huh.
give it 2,000 horsepower.
That's crazy. I mean, what are you gonna do with 2,000 horsepower? I mean, you know the gas, you're gonna end up in like someone's
It's
store.
like
It's always
you gotta look at it this way. It's not about
Right.
bragging rights. It's just bragging rights to say you got that much power under the hood.
Well, I mean, bragging rights, and you talking about people who buy these cars probably gonna use it on a track. That's the whole thing, man.
We'll take it to
Especially
the
in
track.
a straight line.
That's true.
Because if you're talking, and I'm a Lamborghini guy, if I had the type of money, I'd buy one right now. But it's like, all right, well, it's not as fast as a Hellcat, but it handles different. You know, everybody's different.
Mhm.
But like I said, if you go into the track and you going, use your toy and go in a straight line, I'll get a demon.
And they call the Willys too, man.
Does it? I mean, that's.
But Camaro got the Cobalt. I think it's called a Cobalt something. But that's his aftermarket with doing stuff to it. Other private companies doing. They even got the Exorcist too.
Okay.
But that's people that do stuff to it and they're selling the Camaro with that extra part to give it more horsepower. I think that's running like 1,000 horsepower.
I mean, if I'm going to put my money in a Chevy or any GM vehicle like that to race, I'm going to just get a Corvette, call it a day.
Yeah.
The new vets, like I just saw a new one.
They have the Z06 Corvette. Still don't have as much horsepower as the Demon. But they compare both of them.
But when they race, which ones? I mean, because you can have a lot of horsepower and still not be the fastest car out.
Exactly. It comes down to the driver.
Yeah. Well, the driver and just like how the car reacts.
Yeah, sometimes you might have more horsepower, the car might weigh more too, right?
Yes.
So
The
it's
Demon
slowing
is
down
a
too.
lighter car now, though. They fix all of that. It's
Then the
lighter.
Hellcat.
It's lighter
Like I
as
said,
hell.
I'm going to get a GM product.
The car, when you take off, it do like this. The Willie.
If I'm racing it, I'm getting a Corvette.
Well, yeah. I mean, a fiberglass body, right?
Fiberglass, and it's handcrafted, They still make them by hand. That makes a world of a difference too.
Just a lighter car.
I mean, if I'm comparing a Camaro now, if I'm comparing a Camaro and a Demon, then I'll get the Demon.
I think the Camaro is more practical than a Corvette. It depends
No,
what
I'm
you use
saying
it
if I'm
for.
racing it. Yeah. I mean, if you're using it every day, then yeah, of course you'll get the Camaro. But if I'm just using it purely to race, I'm getting the Corvette. Just makes more sense.
Or if it's a car for like Sunday afternoon.
True. And the Camaros that you want have the Corvette engine in it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I seen those cars. The Corvette is not really practical. They're lighter, yes. Got a little horsepower, yes. But they sit too low and they got the long nose. When you're supposed to make a turn, it's like if you're trying to, let's say you're trying to park that car, or you're trying to make a right turn because of the long nose. It's a problem. Because I seen one. My friend got one. He's a tall dude. He's sitting there like this. I mean, what's the point? Because it sits so low, and he's like car like this. And he's so compacted. You know what I'm saying? Because all the room in the front and there's not much room. The Camaro is more practical. It's like a decent size, and you sit in, and still for a tall person, it's not that good, but still.
Well, yeah, I mean, like somebody in your situation,
Yeah.
that would make more sense. But I'm not in your situation.
Shit, I guess it.
You know what it suits you though?
What's that?
The M3 would have suit you real well. Yes.
Yeah, if I had $80,000, it'd be hurting for me.
Okay.
Yeah, Shen. Why don't you just get an M3?
I know. Everybody tell me I spend my money.
I don't think that M3 got those mirrors.
So man, I like this car, like but it doesn't have the mirror function. Like, nah, I can't get it.
You're like, yeah, but it has like 500 more horsepower. I want the mirror.
I was considering for a while, maybe if I get a beater, maybe my next car will be a stick shift. Just because I haven't ever really driven one on a regular basis, I need to get better at it.
The school bus, the buses, they're not stiff. Or they automatic.
I mean, I know if I had to get someone in stick shift, but I'm not comfortable with it yet. So I might, like I said, in the future, just buy a beater or something so I can just teach myself to get comfortable with it.
It's not always good when you're in traffic.
Well, the good thing about having a stick in Chicago is there's not really any hills.
It's not. Oh yeah.
That's when sticks are the thing.
But it's good to know.
Yeah.
And the best thing, I mean, for most people, younger people, it's like, man, can I see your car? Like, can you drive a stick? Or want to learn? You don't know. Sorry.
I mean, the only good benefit I see with stick is I drive stick in the post office. It's just when it's winter time. You got to done shit for the snow, so you don't use your full brakes. I used to love to
Oh,
done
that's
shit.
a good thing? Driving in the snow?
Yeah, when if you have to, if you got a stick, that's the only time I like stick. So
Oh, with downshifting,
you
right?
can
So you don't have
downshift,
to brake.
so you don't have to brake. Other than that,
Post office trucks are sticks?
yeah, some of them are automatic. The newer ones are automatic, but the older ones are stick. No, they got rain tool, they all come in stick now, so. They got like what, 10, 12 speed?
12 speed?
It's a big transmission.
Hey, that's what I was going to say. I'm like, man.
I run day 320. To live in the present is the only way to live at all. And when you live in the present with no past dragging you backward and no future dragging you forward, when your total energy is concentrated in the moment, life takes on a tremendous intensity. It becomes a passionate love affair. You become a flame with your own energy. You become full of light because at a certain intensity, fire becomes life. Intensity becomes light. And that's the only way to be rich and prosperous. All others are poor. People may have all the money in the world, but they are poor. There are two kinds of poor people in the world: the poor and the rich. Poor and the rich poor. My sannyasins don't belong to either category. They are simply rich. Whether they have anything or not doesn't matter. Richness has nothing to do with possessions. It has something to do with how you live, the quality of your life, the music of your life, the poetry of your life. And all these things happen only through meditation. There's never been any other way. There's none, and there never will be. The only way to be rich is to become available to God's existence, to all his colors, to all his rainbows, to all the songs, all the trees and flowers. God is not to be found in churches. Churches are manufactured by man. God is to be found in nature. You will find them in the stars. You will find them in the earth. When it rains for the first time and the beautiful fragrance arises out of the earth, you can find God there. You can find God in the eyes of a cow or in the giggling of a child. You can find God everywhere except the places that priests have invented. The churches, temples, and mosques are empty as people are. The moment one is ready to accept life as it comes with no conditions, suddenly God rushes toward one from every nook and corner. To be full of God is the only possibility of having any meaning, any significance in life. And the person who has known God has known immortality. Then only the body will die. The essential core of his being is going to remain forever and ever.
You said such a cordless being? That last part, you said cordless?
Then only the body will die. The essential core
Core.
of his being is going to remain forever and ever.
then I have to say something. Usually, I've been being very conservative, but I have to say something in that part because that is so true. Because a lot of people say, well, depending on your denomination and what your belief is, that you should go to church, and you should do this, and you should do this, and you should do that, to seek God. But if you're a true believer in whatever religion you believe, you understand that God is not a place, or God is not a temple. Yes, you want to go associate yourself with your other brothers that believe the same thing you believe. That way, to keep you in conscious of what you should or should maybe or should think. But I am a believer that God is everywhere. God is in the skies, God is in the water. Like when we go to the lake, I mean, just take a moment to meditate and appreciate the beauty of God's creation. That's where God is for real. The birds singing, the wind blowing, the water running. You know what I'm saying? Even the squirrel coming down the street, that's all of this God creation and its most beautiful form. Even woman and man, God creation. And that's what God is. He's just basically stay in context of what a really believer is and a Christian is and whatever person you believe in. You got to understand God is everywhere. Not in a place or not in a square feet or not in a box to see Him. God could be right here among us. It will depend on what you believe in, and if you're a true believer, God is in with us, within us. So that is very, very deep. I have to say something about that because that's what I believe. I believe in that. Yes, like I say, you want to go to church to stay with your brothers and sisters who believe the same thing, but you're not like, oh, if you don't go to church, you're a sinner. Oh, if you don't go to church, you don't believe in God. No. God is in you from the time you wake up in the morning. You got to thank that, the mighty and the creator for that, because a lot of people go to sleep and didn't wake up this morning. It's not like you have to go to church so you can go to sleep so you can wake up and be safe. No. God is everywhere. It's all in your mind and your soul and whatever you believe in. And I had to say something about that.
So in essence, here's an idea.
He's everywhere.
An idea. Whatever you believe in.
Right.
I believe in the celestial spheres that are held in the sky.
Right.
And the chemical chart of elements. Something made that.
Yeah.
But, something greater than I.
Yes, exactly.
Those two things I can test that something made those so that
Exactly.
we can locate them. You know.
Or something or a strong being beyond ours to believe.
You know what science says, right? Meteorite impact with single cellular organism, right conditions, multiply single cells into multi-cell.
Air, water, sunlight, all that good stuff.
You know, yeah, I'm still a voyager.
It reminds me of this like not too long, like just a few days ago. You know, Desmond invited me over to this high-rise downtown, and it's on the 80th floor. It's the Aeon Center. You ever been there? Yeah, so it's like this really nice view, and like in there it's like very fancy. I mean, it's great and everything, but you can see from a different perspective. You can see everything. It looks great. And then we're playing chess for a couple hours. Great time, but I like, you know, I like simple things like going by the lake and just training and even playing chess out there. And it's like almost anybody, I mean, anybody can have access to that. And I think this is I think it's better. Like I like it more. Like it's just closer to nature, rather than be enclosed in a box looking at everything from the, you know, from something man-made.
Right.
Like you're right next to nature. Like you're
Right.
right there. And I like that. You know, like the other thing though, they it's millions of dollars, and just to park your car was like $15 and charging like $20 for a hamburger. The membership was probably like hundreds of dollars a month just to be there. I mean, and it's the same thing, you know. I think what they do with the religion is like, no, you know, you can't get close to God at the beach or in the forest or outside, but you gotta come into this temple or church or whatnot. And I think it's just a big business, you know. Like I've heard about, you know, all these donations that people give in, and they give like a certain percentage of their income.
Yeah.
And
They call it tithes.
yeah, they you know they bank off of that, you know. And they're not gonna bank off of you going to the beach, you know, or you going on a bike ride, you know. So you'd be like, oh, you know, you can't pray at the outside. You gotta pray in here,
Yeah.
you know. So you can pray anywhere, you know what I mean? You could meditate anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it could bring people together, but I also think that you should realize that, just like Bang's saying, Osho saying that God's everywhere, so don't limit yourself to just, you know, just the man-made stuff, because the real stuff is not man-made, it's like from nature, you know.
Exactly.
Just like watching the birds fly is a beautiful experience that you can't just get in church, you know what I'm saying, or hearing, you know, just looking at the lake and all these animals running around, and fresh air and breeze and everything.
Exactly.
So I love nature, and I think nature is what's going to really get us a deeper understanding of truth. And, you know, that's the way.
I mean, to attack on what you already said and what Van brought up initially. With churches in general, I look at it from two different perspectives. I mean, my own experience and what I see others doing at church. Like my young brother, he goes to church still, but his church, I've never been to the one he goes to. But I see it's good for him because of his relationship with the quote-unquote parish. Like, it's like a second family for him, which at this point in his life, he needs. You know, he goes on trips, hangs out with them. And that's good. Like, it's social life. Like, I'd rather him do that rather than, oh, well, you know, drinking or socializing in a bar or something.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I'm not going to say that as far as doctrine and ideology, like, I don't know what they do. I haven't been there. I can't judge. But at the same time, it's like, hey, like, my brother's doing fine. Like, they helped him get a job. You know, they wonder how, like, me and my father are doing. Like, you know, they're definitely a part of his life, just like you all are a part of my life. So I just look at it from a social standpoint. It's actually, it can be a great thing in that point. But when you're talking about tying and you have to come to a specific place and they judge people when they walk in the door.
Yeah.
You're not wearing this, you can't come in here.
Yeah. You gotta be aware of those shirts.
Yeah,
That should become a religion.
You should be able to come as a bum if you wish.
Well, I mean,
That's all you have to wear.
Exactly.
you have to have
Come
some
as you are.
social order. I get that too. You can't just come in, no shoes, no shirt.
Oh, well, that's you, yeah, of course.
Like, I'm coming as I am.
Well, in here you can come with no shoes, no shirt. Then you're like, look at yourself, man, I gotta get in shape, bro. Don't do all that. But I think what it is just you find out what works for you. You know, if you go into the church and it doesn't feel right to you, not the right energy, not the right people, not the right environment, then it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you or that it's a bad thing. It's just you gotta find out what's for you. And I think in a way we set up our own little temple here. You know, and even the Shaolin, they'll call that the Shaolin temple, but here it's just, to me it's like my own temple to relax, meditate, train, and even with that, you know, with the music that Bolo shared, that's part of, you know, his religiousness, and then I just played some of that while we're training, and it's just, to me, I think martial arts is a way of life, so it's kind of like, it is my religion, you know, and I bring it everywhere I go, so we could have very easily trained outside by the lake if we wanted to. We could go by the park. The only thing that's stopping us is Polo.
I'll run the block and I'll watch y'all run the rest of the way.
But, you know, like you bring it where you go, so if it's in your heart, you train it at home, just like Bang working the wooden dummy stuff at home, he brings it with him over there. He goes to Panama, he brings it to Panama. You know, Shen goes to Jamaica, you're bringing it to Jamaica. So The
I'm
temple.
wrapping my bag here.
The temple's everywhere you go. That's how I see it. You know,
Exactly.
everywhere. Okay, Bolo, what do you want to work on? Bang.
Good morning, Dr.
Shadow.